Hey guys, hope you can hear me. Hope you can hear me. We're gonna go do some live. Sorry I'm late. I'm about 6 minutes late. I'm sorry. I hate being late to stuff. But um but I'm here now. Alright, let's see what's going on. Let's pull up. We got the Nasdaq up. I didn't trade yesterday. Yesterday was President's Day. It was obviously a very bearish day. We can see the candle from yesterday here. I've got a couple levels marked out. I'm gonna take those off. But the big news, obviously, is Russia and Ukraine. That is driving markets lower. Hey, morning, Vernon. Hey, guys. Driving markets lower. And something that already in a downtrend, we've got bad news, which is going to send it down even more. It should, anyways. Yesterday's candle, very bearish looking, very bearish looking, right down to a support level, which we have marked out here on the red line. We broke through that support level, and look what's holding now as support on the way down is the back end of this trend line, which we drew out. I don't know when we drew that out, but it was obviously the downtrend here, and we've been bouncing off of it, and it looks like we're bouncing off of it again now down here. A lot of green going on here, guys. A lot of green, which was surprising to me coming in this morning. Even though we are negative on the day, still negative 0.5%. Delta's positive, however, and we got this big impulse to the upside on the hourly. This was the overnight. We can drop now down to the 1 hour. This was the overnight open. We gapped way down. This looked very bearish. Big gap down, a lot of selling, and now look at it. It's made a recovery. If you were going to short this thing, I think this is the area to do it. We're up at the value area. Well, it's only Tuesday, so this has only been calculating since Sunday night, and a day and a half really, because Monday was only half-day trading. But we're up at the top of the band. We've got an LVN going on here, value area high. This is the place to short it, as probably we would break this level right there. However, this looks bullish, and I would be not surprised if it wanted to break a little higher. I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the news with Ukraine. You know, the market may have priced in little Ukraine's incursion here, and trying to turn on CNBC on my little TV I got, and the move may have been done, and now short sellers are getting trapped down here, and this impulse to the upside. We've got. Let me just take a quick peek at the 4 hour and see if I can get a downtrend line going. I don't know if you can hear Jim Cramer in the background here. Sorry, just turn that volume down there on the CNBC. I just want to see if there's any headlines going on with this, with the Ukraine stuff. Right, so I was going to go over to the 4 hour and just try to draw a trend line down, and you can see there we're coming right up to a trend line. Let's see if I can find another one that might be maybe that one. That one. So it seems like that if I had to pick one of these, it seems like if we're gonna maybe make a move to the upside, this is gonna be big resistance for it. We break this little trend line we've got going on here. We break this support. We'd move up here maybe. However, we are at a trend line, a lower time frame trend line right here on this. Then we've got this channel. Actually, looks like forming here. So that's interesting. That's something to keep in mind. We're at the bottom of this channel. It may want to come up. The place to short it might be closer to 14,250 level. This up here. Just draw this a little better. I like to be exact with my trend lines. Exact. what I could see happening is this band pinching in, coming in down here, and then this would be a massive area of resistance and a good place to short it up here. Take this off. It's not valid. But right now, yeah, we are at the top of a trend line right now. Looking at the Ukraine stuff, yeah. Dow futures down slightly after erasing earlier losses amid Russia-Ukraine tensions. I saw this thing open last night and gapped way down, and I was really hesitant to take a short on it. I almost took a short. I almost traded last night just based on the news, and I didn't trade anything. And I'm glad I didn't, because I don't know. I don't know if this is really like a fundamental cause of concern. And if the market hasn't already just priced this in, I wouldn't want to get stuck down here. But let's come up with a brief plan here. We still have 8 minutes, which is quite a while. We could take a short at the support of this. I would take a short at the support of 13,863, and then get out down here somewhere, down at the 20 SMA on the 1 hour and the VWAP down here. That to me might be a short play. I don't use that term very much, play. I was talking to somebody the other day and they used that term, play. It was a good play talking about trading. Let's see. Pull up, please. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just looking at this hourly. I could see this hitting the top of the band, LVN. We break this support level, and then we'd want to roll down into this area. That would be probably my trade. I'm going to do live trading today, but I'm only going to be trading one contract because I don't want to freak out too much. Trading live is a psychological mind game. I think if you're used to it, it's probably okay. You just got to get used to it. See what Europe did. Europe, the FTSE is actually green today. DAX is only down 0.1%, and this is Europe. This is where the action is going to hit. So I don't know. There may not be a short today. This thing may want to come down and then come back up. Let's see, Asia's down quite a bit. Let's see what the yen's doing. Yen is strong. I bet what's oil doing? Yeah, oil's up a ton. I should have held on to my oil position from November. Crude oil rallies 3%, hovers around $93. Just talk about crude going up to 120. I don't know. Are you guys buying crude? You guys buying some oil? Let's see. Hey guys, hey Prima, hey SW Blaze. Thanks guys. Thanks for jumping in on this thing, guys. I appreciate the support. It's trading is doing the live trading thing is easier when people are getting on board with you. Like I said, I'm only going to do one contract today. I'm looking for this one contract at a time. I mean, I may size up if there's a good position, but my default contract size is only one. I'm still looking at this. I still like this trade. We break this support line, we break this support level, and then we get this pop down into here. Try to take a scalp on that. That's quite a bit. That's almost 70 points in here. Try to scalp. I guess what I would do is just wait for it to break that level. See if we can find it on the 500 volume there. It's right here. So this is those two levels I marked out. We break that level, we pop down into here. I would just be watching Delta as we move down lower and we got through. I wouldn't want to get stuck. I could also see price popping down here and then popping back up to this resistance level. So really just gonna have to let some structure build and trade off that structure. One tricky thing with trading early in the week is that you haven't had a time to really stake out the market and how it's moving. Like I kind of like to see what it's doing on the open, or what it has done, and then just kind of keep that in mind when I'm trading it the rest of the week. If we've drawn a support level out like this and on Monday and Tuesday, we've spiked down through, and then we came all the way back up to local resistance, and then we finally came through and got that break. I would keep that in mind when trading it on Wednesday, and not taking that false breakout to the downside. I usually trade. Hey Luis, hey Dave. I usually trade 2 contracts at a time. 2. And I'm a scalper, so it's not like I'm holding those 2 contracts for a long time. I've got my ATM usually set up to take profit on like 40 ticks, I think, is my standard default one. So that's like $400 on 2 contracts. But then I've also got a scalp setting where I'll just take $250, which is 25 ticks. Oops, I just knocked the microphone, sorry. So market's gonna open in a few minutes. I can see it spiking down through here and then coming back up. Or maybe it just crashes all the way through. I don't know. We may just miss that trade if that's gonna be the case. This thing can move so quickly. And particularly on the open, it'll just spike around. But we can see now we're coming down. The 1 minute there. Oops. We can also look at 500 tick. I've got the 500 tick. If you look down here, you can see I've got different tabs. This is just quick reference, mainly for these videos so that I can quickly reference a video if I'm trading. I don't have to drag charts onto screens, but this is a 500 tick chart, and people ask me the difference between 500 tick and 500 volume. There's not much. I just prefer the 500 volume. I find it a little more reliable, but I often will peek over at the 500 tick just to get confirmation on a trade. But this volume profile here is an extended trading hours, which means it's overnight volume profile. So it's been calculating since 5 p.m. last night. If you want to know what volume profiles are on my charts, you can always look up in the upper left-hand corner, and I've got it written. ETH is extended trading hours, and then RTH is regular trading hours. So regular trading hours would be US session. So we can see here it's coming down this LV. You can see this LVN right here, which is right at this support level. I think this would probably is going to hold. So I think that this may spike through an impulse, but then we would come back up. And like I said, Europe is green. So if anything, I would think, I mean, I'm not Secretary of State, but I would think that Europe would be the most concerned here. You can also see here Delta's making, as price is making a new low over here. Delta, I guess didn't make a new low, but you can see Delta, it's not real aggressive, I would say. And Delta is now trying to come up at this support level. So if I was looking to take a buy, if the market was open normally, this for me would be a decent buy trade, but the market's going to open in a minute, so this is not really valid. But this is just something interesting to point out. We've got a little bit of consolidation, and then you see Delta moving up on that. But on the market open, this thing just does whatever it wants to do. It does look like it may want to pop up. May take a buy. See if we break this resistance level. Nope, breaking lower, so I'm going to take it off. On that is just sometimes if it forms support and resistance like that, I may take a buy, or now it may pop up. Delta's looking very bullish. I think this is just a lot of, I don't know, I hate speculating, acting like I know what's going on in the market. Hey, Morton Slim Jim from Alaska. That's awesome, man. Never been to Alaska. I think that's something that's on like everybody's bucket list to like go to Alaska. So maybe I should have taken that trade at 13.9, but it's moving without me now. I'm not going to get in up here. Yeah, I probably should have taken that buy down here. It's consolidation. We saw Delta moving up. That I should have just taken my buy stop at 13.9. You could take it all the way up to 13.950 maybe. Top of this band at least. I think it's going to pop to the top of that band. On the open though, it's tricky. On the open, that could have come up to 13.9, drop back down 25 points, come back up easily. So now look at Delta coming through. Sellers are coming in now. Oh, just let it chop her. Don't get chopped up on the open. Nothing worse than getting chopped up on the open. I still don't know if there's any much more room for it left up here. Draw out this level, this resistance level. So it looks like we're just ranging up at the top here, right? In the range. Trading a range, you buy down here, you sell up here. I'm kind of waiting for a breakout. I don't know if that's going to happen again. I'm kind of looking at this area. But Delta's not really confirming that trade for me, so there may just not be a trade for me here. No trade. You can see Delta down there pushing up. Maybe at 13.910. I don't know. I'm probably going to oops, sorry, I probably just yelled into the microphone there. Oh. Natural gas is up. Crude's up. Oil's the big thing. This looks like it's going to pop up. There, now it's going down, so getting the chop. I'd be interested possibly just because this Delta structure is taking a buy at 13.9 and trying to get this. You break the 20 SMA and would get another move to the, possibly another move up. That chair is so squeaky. Starting to form a bearish channel here, it looks like. Lower highs on the open, lower highs, lower lows. Bearish channel being formed possibly. On the time frames. Delta though is still positive. Delta's still positive. Delta's now pushing up. Gonna break that. Looks like we're gonna get a pop. I might take it at 10. There's just not a lot of meat there. I almost took a buy there. I think it's gonna pop to the upside. 1850. Ooh, this thing is just choppy. I can feel myself like getting anxious to take a trade, which is not good. So, you know what I'm gonna go grab some coffee and let this thing move around for a minute. I will be back in like 2 minutes. Still ranging here, guys. Still ranging. Anybody else take a trade yet? Has anybody taken a trade? I'm still just letting it move around in this area. Where did we see this range? Right up here. We're just ranging in here. Boom. Like that. The way that I trade, if anybody knows, I'm waiting for it to break. Well, this is not my optimal trading environment. Yeah. Going to 971. I mean, this looks bullish on the 1 hour, right? Look at this 1 hour candle over here. Right here. Yeah, you're probably right. I can see the band kind of opening up there. It's probably going to poke through the top and then come back down. It looks like it's just a rangy day. 971, 975. Yeah, I think you're probably right, Luis. Are you in a position, Luis? You are. I don't know. It makes me, I'm always with the Nasdaq. There's just whips around so much. It makes me nervous to get in here. It does look like it's going to push up. I'm thinking, yeah, there it goes. It's going to go here in a second. Should we take one? Oh, what? Oh no, my account. What? Yep, you got it, Luis. I tried to take a buy. I tried to take a buy here, and my account wasn't set up in the ATM thing. Popping up through now. Shoot, man, I missed 2 trades. Let's go. Luis, did you catch that? Oh, that's all right, man. It's all sim. It's all sim. Now we're hitting that. Dang, that was the trade right there, guys. Like we're hitting the top of this thing. Another thing that I can wait for now, you can see Delta there moving up. You could wait for some, for it to finish this extension up and then make some sort of retracement, get that counter trend line going, and then buy the break of that counter trend line. Oh man, you went short, Vernon. That stinks. I've done that a gamillion times. Don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. Look on a tick chart real quick. Unfortunately, I think that move up might be. Now, will this resistance, or this support now act as resistance? Will we clock off of it, or is it going to roll all the way down? 13,865. Well, I did. We got a touchdown there, didn't we? Yep. Russia-Ukraine tension intensifies. Troops ordered to the breakaway region. So this level of resistance is now acting like support. I just don't want to get in super high on this thing. $14,000. Yep, got a little breakout there, Luis, a little bit. But I think what I was looking for is more of like an intensive sell down into this area. So I would really want to see some aggressiveness coming down, but I was hesitant on the thing just because we're positive delta, and looking at European markets, they're green. I mean, like I said, if anything should be in the red, should be European markets. So this thing is recovering. I think a lot of short sellers are getting squeezed out. But I need to be careful with it because it could whip back down at any second. I'm looking at the 4-hour over here. A 20 SMA on the 4-hour might be something. I can't get it up here. I mean, it looks bullish, but there's no way that I can buy it up at this price. This thing is going to roll down at some point. This would have been a decent trade. This impulse, we break through. We use that resistance now as support, and we come up to the top of the band. This would have been a good one. I just didn't take it. Didn't take 3. I guess that would be 3 trades I didn't take this morning. that I normally would have taken. I think some of that, I like doing the live streaming, but some of that is to do with the live streaming. You're just kind of, you feel a little bit more pressure to, to make magic happen here. I don't know magic, but to not screw up, not make magic happen, but not screw up. That would be the better way to put it. It looks like it's got some room now up to 10. Open it up to 10. Again, I don't want to buy it here, and then we roll down to 82 or something, and then we try to make it move up, or roll down to 87. I don't want to take 13-point stop to get it up to 10. There it goes. Hey, thanks, Ernesto. I appreciate that. It's nice to be live streaming. Nice to be live streaming. Things really making its move, isn't it? Now, where does it want to go to? 14,090? I mean, Delta just keeps ripping up. I mean, sometimes this thing just will grind, and before you know it, it's moved 200 points, and you're just sitting there waiting for your entry. I'm just waiting for some sort of pullback that I can get in on it, but it ain't happening. Pullback was down here on the 1 minute on that candle. The resistance turned to support. We get a bullish candle in the 1 minute. We should have bought it down here. Just didn't. I hate it. I hate when you're just moving without you. Can't chase it though. I've been burned. As soon as I get in, it's gonna decide to make a rotation down. Oh, I think I'm just gonna have to jump in on this thing, guys. What is going on with this? This thing's about ready to rip without me. Look at that gapping up on that. Here comes some selling up at that 50 level. Just want to see something. I'm not taking a sell, but something's going on with this. I don't know why Asian markets are so far down. Anybody know why Asian markets are way down? Here comes a pullback. Too much selling going on here. Let's take a buy on this break. All this delta coming through on that. Of course, when I get in, it's decided to finish. Oh. I think it wants to go up to. I'm looking at that 20 SMA up at 85. I might add to it if we break up higher. You see all that delta coming through there. Now delta's moving higher. See the band opening up 61, maybe up to 70. This actually looks like a good area of support to get in this LVN right here. This is going to want to stretch out. I mean, my target on this would be up at 74. So I got one left, and I'll take that one off up there. So 1051. It's coming right up to that next level of resistance that we marked out at the 4-hour. Even though we saw this consolidation coming in here, and it looked like maybe it was going to short, and now it's just going to rip. Something came out in the news. Saw this consolidation come in. One thing that I noticed is that when the volume profile adjusted, we had no low value area at the top. And I saw point of control coming in here with this big LVN. There's got to be a low value area. And so when I said it's got to stretch, I didn't know. I thought that price was going to stretch the value area out. And this LVN would hold a lot of delta. I mean, look at these delta bars. So while this may have looked like a short or like maybe it was going to make a rotation down, I just guessed that we were going to finish this move up to the 20 SMA on the 4-hour. And now, yeah, now there's another pullback. But again, I just don't want to get in too high on it, you know? Things moving like crazy. I'll take the $1,000. It's difficult though to it's difficult to watch price move like that without you. You know, this big thing, this big move up here, to sit on your hands, that's tough. You want to chase price, and I did chase a little bit here when I got in. But it's just it's just waiting for that pullback, drawing a simple trend line, waiting for delta to come through to confirm it. And I probably could have added down here. Here's another counter trend line situation. LVN, similar. Buyers coming through. You could buy it here. Break the trend line, take it up. I don't think I want to do that though. I don't really want to press my luck on it. Sometimes it's good just to know when to walk away. Time is at 8:55. Market's only been open for 25 minutes. I wonder what's going on with Russia. Anybody looking at the news? I mean, I know what's going on from last night, but I'm wondering if there's been any new news coming out this morning that says like maybe they're pulling their troops back, or there's going to be some meeting with Putin and whoever. Dow's struggling a little bit. Let's look at the other indices. I say that, but I don't. Yeah, the Dow is still negative. NQ's up 0.5%. ES is only up 1/10%, 1/20%. But they do look like they're right up at some resistance levels. So this might start coming down now. Now we can see Delta making. So if I was long on this, I'd be getting out. You can now see Delta making a different structure. And we broke this LVN. Oh, this may still want to stretch out some more. There's no low value area unless the volume profile decides to recalculate, which it could do all of a sudden. There's nothing worse than being in a trade and you're basing off the volume profile, and then all of a sudden the volume profile shifts. You're like, oh man, what just happened? Oh, let's see here. Sorry, I was looking at something else. Oh, could you trade the break here? 58. I don't know. So I would, if you wanted to buy it, we get back through this little LVN, break this trend line, buy it here. There might be a pocket up there for you. Or we may start making a move down. Let's see this LVN. Delta's trying to come up. You can also, do technical analysis on Delta. Ooh, there goes some selling. And it's interesting how technical analysis works on Delta too. That it came up to that resistance level and pushed down. Seems like this is also the 20 SMA on the 1 minute. Big LVN here. I would think that if we start breaking, the 14,000 level, it would really start dropping, but I don't think it's going to. It was too strong of a move up, and with Europe green, I don't know. Another thing is, price will often explode to exhaustion. So if there's a price that price wants to go to, like this 20 SMA here that we had marked out, price will often explode to it and then run out of steam and come back. So if you see a big explosive move, it could just be that price is just going to where it wants to go, and then it gets there and it stops. Now this looks like it may want to come to getting through the support level here. Price is starting to fan out downside. That looks bearish. I'm looking to see where this 1 minute closes. You see these little pockets here on the volume profile. Little high volume nodes that price would probably want to fall through. These would be resistance. These would probably fall through. Right now we're in a LVN. So I think that if it broke, 14,000, it would probably fall down to 92. I mean, it's only 8 or 9 points, but you could take it. Right? I don't know if I want to get short it at 14,000 because it's such a whole round number. So this 1 hour candle closed a minute ago. What does it tell us? I don't know. Not a whole lot, to be honest. Can anybody figure out this candle? Got a pin on both sides. Also coming back down to this trend line, which we had drawn out. This area might be interesting. Looks like it's going to drop. We get through 81, it may want to come down to the support level. Just watching it. I now have a short-term bias on it. I feel like we're going to come back down to the 70 level. You could probably take a 79 to 79 points, a scalp. But the overall movement for today, I would say, is bullish. So it's a kind of a counter trend trade. I'm not sure if you want to do it. We're now green on the day, barely, but we are green. We're above VWAP. I don't even know where VWAP is. VWAP's way down here somewhere. And we're positive delta. So do you really want to take a short on it? Watching for a 989. Yep, I think that's right, Luis. You want to see what it's going to do down here at this LVN support level. Still bullish. Yeah, it's hard to argue with the chart. I mean, look at it. Look at this move. Broke out of support, broke out of resistance. Made the move up. Green on the day, above VWAP, positive delta. I think you only really should be looking to take longs, but yeah, I think it may drop down here to 67 possibly, or maybe we break 26 and we get this pop up to 2. Where the support level, resistance level is. 20 SMA, my 30 levels, my 30 levels. Hey Eddie, no, I don't mind. I don't mind if you ask me some questions. I'm not doing anything else. I'm just watching this thing. So I started trading. Maybe 5 years ago, and I was doing a regular job, I think, like everybody else, and I was actually an editor. I was an editor for a book publisher, and I wanted to get better at investing in general. So I took some investing courses online. Well, they were like finance courses, I guess, online through University of Pennsylvania, and sometimes they would. Yeah, you gotta be right. The bear. Yeah, I don't know what avatar fits my personality. The bear is I don't know, the only one that I could really find. Anyways, I took some kind of like financial investing courses, something, and sometimes the course would put you over to YouTube to watch like a supplemental video. And so then YouTube decided that I liked trading or I liked investing or finance or whatever. And so it started recommending all these day trading videos to me. And I just watched them because I was always kind of interested in trading and day trading and investing, and I just wanted to get better at it. And I was like, how could you, if you had $5,000, how could you make that grow the fastest way possible in a year? And so I just kind of started looking at day trading, and then the PDT rule kind of really put me off. We can see this price now coming back down to the support level. The PDT rule really put me off because I didn't have 25 grand to gamble with, basically. Or I didn't see it as gambling to invest with, but I didn't have 25 grand. PDT's difficult for, I think, a lot of new traders to overcome. And I don't think you should. I don't think you should start trading with $25,000. I think anybody who trades knows that you're going to blow up an account. Anyways, so some of these, was just doing more research, they're like, well, you can trade Forex, and Forex you can open up an account with little as $200 or whatever. So I opened up a Forex account, and with Forex, a lot of the courses were all about technical analysis. A lot of the free online courses were all about technical analysis. So I started doing a lot of stuff with technical analysis, and I was reading books on technical analysis, and that was like my thing. was just technical stuff, technical, and that it wasn't even volume profile or cumulative delta. It was just drawing trend lines, support and resistance levels. I never even used Bollinger Bands, but I did use a lot of moving averages, kind of testing that out. So my foray into trading was started with Forex and technical analysis, essentially. Yeah, I did that for like a couple years with mixed results. I blew up a couple small accounts, like $2,000 or something. And remember, I made some money sometimes, but I'd oftentimes lose more money than I made, and it was just frustrating. And Forex is weird. Even like when I look at Forex now, it's just a different. It just moves differently, and I don't particularly like it. I think if you swing traded Forex, you'd have a better result than what I had, but I didn't swing trade it. I was intraday trading. I wanted to be a hotshot day trader, and Forex I don't think is very good for day trading. Looks like now we're going to come up to this level we had drawn out. Maybe we break 31. You can see Delta. We've come back down to that support area that we have marked out, touched it, or came close to touching it, and now we're moving back up. There might be a buy up here at 32. You can see this 20 SMA here. At that level, there might be something 32 up to 44, maybe. Anyways, what was I going to say? So I was trading Forex, blew up a couple accounts, made some money at the end, but not really a whole lot. And it was just kind of boring, to be honest. And so then during COVID, the COVID crash in 2022, I was still kind of dabbling in Forex on the side, and I was swing trading stocks. But during the COVID crash, I started trading futures because I really wanted to short the market, and so I was looking at the most leverage way that you could short the market, and so I started doing futures, and I shorted the crap out of the I shorted the crap out of the market during COVID. What I really should do here is not take this buy at 31. I need to wait for this candle to close, but I think it may just pop up to 40. And so I shorted the market a bunch. I bought a bunch of yen too because I was into Forex. So I knew kind of what was going on with that. You can look at this 5 minute. This thing looks like it wants to do something here. Sorry guys, I'm getting off topic. I'm looking at this trade starting to set up. Look at this 5 minute candle. It's about to close. And so I shorted, the market during COVID, and that really got me interested in, futures. And then I just got interested in futures and trading indices, and I loved how fast it moved. I started out trading the ES, and then during the summer, I took off that order because this candle in the 1 minute. Actually, I might put it back on. I feel like if we get over that bearish candle, that would pop up. I started trading the ES, and then over the summer of 2022, the ES was just moving so slow over the summer. Oh my God, it was just painful. And so I looked over at the Nasdaq, and I'd had the Nasdaq up. The Nasdaq was just whipping around like crazy. I was like, oh man, this is where the action's at on the Nasdaq. And so I switched over to the Nasdaq, and then just from just like you guys, just looking on YouTube, just trying to figure out, looking on YouTube, the internet, trying to find strategies. I found stuff about volume profile and cumulative delta, and yeah, I just learned, and I just started trading. A lot of it was trial and error, and just trading the Nasdaq, just watching it move, watching it every day. And so I've been doing that for the last Nasdaq, probably a year and a half on the Nasdaq, exclusively. And I still trade stocks every once in a while. I still have a stock account, equities account with TD Ameritrade on Thinkorswim. I trade, and that's just fun. That's just trading fundamentals, using technical analysis though to get my entries and stuff. One book I read on technical analysis from a trader was like, you need to use fundamentals when you're trading. You need to know what's going on in the market and what's driving price, but using technical analysis is really where you make your money, and that's totally true. Technical analysis will make you rich. That sounds kind of cocky. It definitely hasn't made me rich, but it's how you really get good at trading, I find. I think this is probably going to pop up. Do I want to get in this high? I don't know. I feel like we got room. I feel like it's going to pop through that and then try to make a move up. Delta, though, is not really moving higher. I'm debating if I want to keep this order on. It's probably going to trigger. That's too soft. Is he going to come with the 40? Yeah, there, just hit 40. Dang it. Should be closing out right now on that little scalp. Well, I missed that trade because I'm trading my P&L. I don't want to take a loss. You know what happens when you trade your P&L? You should stop trading. I don't trust this move. This LVN right here, you can see it on the 1 minute. And look at Delta, it's not really moving that aggressively. I should have taken that one at 31 up to 40. But I didn't. Time is at 9:13. So I hope that answers your question about how I got into trading. I just got interested in it and I just started to learn it, and then you kind of get hooked. I don't like this delta down here. Price is trying to move up. Delta's kind of staying flat. This LVN, you can see it right there. I don't know. That might be it for me today, guys. I didn't take this trade because I was watching my P&L and I was like, do you want to take a $300, $200 or $300 loss, get below that $1,000 mark, or do you want to just, you know, call it quits and let this see what happens with the whole Russia thing? See what happens with the Russia thing today. Sorry, I'm just watching this price action. I mean, if you didn't have volume profile or delta up, this looks like a easy buy. Break the trend line, nice bullish candle on the 5. You'd think it would come up and hit new highs, but this LVN right here, Delta's just not really moving up with price. It's not to say it wouldn't move up. No, maybe. Nah. I don't think I'm gonna take it. I think I'm probably gonna call it quits. Sure, Eddie. I appreciate you asking, man. I like, trading is can be kind of, I don't want to say lonely, but you do it by yourself pretty much most of the time. So while it's kind of it's like free if you have this freedom with trading where I can just call it quits right now at 9:15 in the morning, go do whatever I want to do for the rest of the day. But you also just you don't have that kind of, I don't know, I want to call it office banter, but just talking to people about your work and like what you're doing. It's difficult for people who don't trade. It's funny when people ask you like what you do for a living and you start telling them you're a trader. You can just like see their face. They're just like, no idea. how to like respond to it or like what you're talking about or anything. So it's cool to be able to talk about, what you do and what you're thinking. That's another reason why I like doing these live streams is just kind of talk through everything. I'm not buying this here. This doesn't look very aggressive. I think maybe this move to the upside might be dying out. Yeah, Eddie, I think that would be cool. One thing I will say though is sometimes people trade so differently. Well, it's just what I find. I'm not a professional trader, so um, uh, I can only speak from my own experiences. Sometimes all those different ideas getting in your head, you're trying to like assess every single idea to see if you can do it or not, and then it gets a little messy up in the cranium. Wondering if this thing looks like it wants to roll back down. Yeah, I think you can do it in this chat. I think you can, these chats are kind of nice. Like sometimes if I'm trading, and no offense, sometimes though if I've got a trade idea going on, I just kind of ignore the chat while I'm trying to figure it out. Because what I found when I was live trading before, I have live traded before, and I blew up a funded account live. If you want to go see that video, that's hilarious. Sometimes you're reading all the chats and everybody's throwing out their levels and ideas, and that's great. I think it's cool just to see what everybody's thinking. Sometimes, somebody has an idea that you haven't seen or whatever. It can also make things a little muddy sometimes. I think find a system and strategy that works for you, and you go for it. This thing gonna pop up above 61 and make another run. God, maybe. I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't see the aggressive buying there anymore. That's not to say it won't make a run up to, maybe. Shoot, it might break highs again and move up above 14,100. I mean, we cleared 14,000, right? It just looks like it's kind of slowing down. Somebody asked what my winning percentage is. I don't know. It's like it's pretty high. It's like I would know 80 or 90%. But what I would say is that doesn't really matter. You should be looking at how big your losses are. I could have a 90% win rate if I'm only making $5 a trade and my average loser is 500. It doesn't really matter. And that's been my biggest problem is that I've got a high win percentage, but my losers are massive or they have been massive because I've been afraid to take a loss. I trade my P&L too much. And when I say I trade my P&L, I'm always looking at my P&L. Where is it? It's over here somewhere. Here somewhere. I'm always trading my P&L, meaning I'm always looking at the number over there. And I'm like, oh, maybe I want to be at 1,500. And this is what I used to do all the time when I first started trading. I'd be like, I want to make $1,500 today. So I would just be trading until I hit 1,500. And then I'd be like, oh, okay, oof, I made my 1,500. Or then I would only be up, $400 or $500. And then I would be like, oh, I got to make 1,000. Or if I was down 300, I'd be like, now I've got to make it all back. And trading your P&L is so dangerous. You just make such bad decisions on it. And that's kind of where I see myself at right now. This looks like it wants to grind up, though, doesn't it? I keep saying that, but we just had that little break to the upside, and sellers coming in. I don't think I'm gonna take any more trades today. We get some coffee. I'll be right back. I think Vernon asked a good question. Um, You know, who do you guys watch? The only guys that I know that trade Nasdaq is that Bye Money guy and Trades by Matt. Enough, isn't it? Oh, son of a gun! Here we go. Here it goes. Thanks, Vernon. I've seen him trade. He does his thing. A bit cocky for my taste, but you gotta stay humble with this thing, I think. With anything, particularly. With anything. Anything. I'm looking at this. So as price moved up near highs, we can look at Delta. Yeah, he's got a ton of drawdown. He's just kind of like, I think it feels heavy, and he'll short it right here and just hold it, even if it's ripping up. He'll just hold it, and wait for a rotation. Which, I don't know. I guess it works for him. I guess I don't know. It would give me ulcers. Yeah, Eddie. I would try everything, man. If you find something that works for you, do it. Something that you're comfortable with, something where you kind of know the rules, where you've got a profitable system, you're able to figure out when trades are not working for you. I think that's a big part of it too. Not just trying to find the ones that do work, but try to find the ones that, be able to recognize when you're in a bad trade. For me, it's like that with Delta. Like if I see price breaking and Delta's not coming through, I know I need to get out of it. This looks like we're gonna come down again. 30 contracts. That guy's trading a sim. There's no way you're trading 30 contracts. No way. That guy's trading a sim account. Or he's doing one of these white label brokerages. If you ever heard of these things, you can basically make your own. If you see a lot of people who, Termos Capital, I don't know what that is. Basically, if you, I guarantee you that's a white brokerage. Oh, Termos Capital, that's it. I'll check them out. I'm curious to see what people do. White brokerages are when you can basically create your own brokerage and make it look like you're trading a live account, even when you're not. There's a lot of Forex people that do that. So like if they're like, look, I'm trading a live account, it's not. It's still a sim. It just looks like a live one. And I actually had somebody contact me, a brokerage contact me of my little YouTube channel, saying that if I don't know, went with them or did something, they would be able to create a white brokerage for me. So you got to be careful with people that you watch on the YouTube. There's a lot of deception, I feel like, going on. Particularly these like guys who are sitting around making, 100K a day or something. Anybody who's trading 30 contracts is out of their mind. I mean, that's like institutional trading. Oh, yeah, looking at his YouTube. Negative 51,000. Negative 11,000. Negative 50,000. This guy. I like how he loses like 50 grand. Oh, he made some money. I mean, what? This is crazy. Negative 77,000 to positive $300. You have a negative $75,000 drawdown and you make 300 bucks on the day. This is BS. Sorry. This guy's really making that much money. Up. All right, guys, I'm calling it a day right now. 9:30. It's been an hour. I've taken up too much of your time. Yeah, I'm gonna do a live stream tomorrow, Eddie. I'm gonna do it tomorrow on Wednesday. Yeah, do Tuesday and Wednesday this week. Do another one. You can see here on Delta. I mean, this looks bullish. Like, I'm not gonna short it. Like, I'm not gonna short it. This looks bearish on the 5-minute. Delta is looking a little bearish. You know, price is moving up, but Delta's not making crazy new highs. There could be a short here on the break of that here. I may want to fall all the way back down here, but I'm not going to short it on this aggressive move up. Green on the day, above VWAP, positive Delta. I would only be looking to buy it, and I'd only be looking to buy it maybe down here. But anyways, I'm not going to do anything. I'm done. Hey, thanks, Ernesto. I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow if you guys want to jump back on. We can do this again, probably trade live for like an hour. Similar setup, depending on how the markets go. I think we need to probably wait and see what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. I think today will be very telling to see which way the markets want to go with it. And we maybe get a bigger move tomorrow or get more trades tomorrow. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. Yeah, Vernon, see you, man. And now we're breaking higher. Gosh dang it. Whatever. Oh man, here it goes. Where's it gonna want to go to? 150. But look at Delta. Delta's up here. Here we haven't broken higher on that. You could just buy it and hope for the best, I guess. Opening up. This looks pretty bullish. I like how I say I'm gonna get out of here. Kryptonian, thanks, man. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm just watching this move. I ain't taking it. I'm getting out of here, guys. You guys have a great day. Thanks, Eagle Flying. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:10 a.m. Central Time. I'm sorry I was a few minutes late this morning. I do have a couple kids, and they were getting off to school, so it's you know how it is. All right, guys. I'll be back tomorrow, 8:10 a.m. Central Time. Do the pre-market. We'll do some live trading. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. See you guys.